Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Hussain and I am from grade 4. Today, the topic of my presentation is effect of changes in environment on food chain. First of all, I will tell you about environment, the surrounding in which human, plant and animal live. Abiotic components. Abiotic components of environment contain non-living things such as tile, glass, cup, mountain, temperature, etc. Biotic components contain living things such as humans, animals, insects, plants, etc. Food chain. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. Food chain started with plant and end with animal. Hunting. If we hunt so many animals, it will be less animal in food chain. Thank you.
Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fatima and I am from grade 4. Today the topic of my presentation is effect of changes in environment on food chain. First I tell you about food chain. Food chain shows how each living thing gets its food. Other animals and some animals eat plants. A food chain always starts with a plant life and ends on an animals. Now I am telling you about hunting. Hunting animals is the act of chasing and killing animals for food or profit. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rohan. I am from grade 4. Today my presentation topic is effect of changes in environment on food chain. A food chain shows how each living thing gets its food. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. The food chain also starts with plants and ends on animals. Hunting impact. If we hunt too many animals, there will be no food for animals. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Miriam from grade 4. Today the topic of my presentation is effect of changing environment on food chain. A food chain always start with a plant life and end on animals. Changing environment can also affect on food chain. Industrial waste. Industrial waste mean leftover stuff that factories and businesses produces when making things like bits of metal, plastic pieces, chemicals, and dirty water, polluted water. When factories release waste into rivers and lakes, it can harm fishes and crocodiles that can eaten by and big animals. Consuming problems in the food chain. So, air pollution. Smoke of factories can harm plants which are the base of the food chain, affecting the insects and animals that rely on them for food.
Hello
Thank
everyone,
you.
this is Ms. Rahman. I'm from grade 4. Today the topic of my presentation is effect of changes in environment on food chain. In food chain, energy transfers from food to living things. It starts with a plant life and ends with an animal. Hunting is a act. It's like a killing and chasing for food or profit. Thank you.
Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Durud and I am from level 4. My presentation topic is effects of changing in environment on food chain. First of all, I will tell you about food chain. A food chain shows how each living thing gets its food. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. Now I am gonna tell you about waste. India waste means leftover stuff that factories and business produce when making things like bites of metal, plastic pieces, chemicals and dirty waters. Now I am gonna tell you about air pollution. Smoke from factories can harm plants, which are the base of the food chain, impacting the insects and animals that rely on them for food. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. My name is Musasif. I am from Level. Today I am here to deliver my presentation on topic of effects of changes in environment on food chain. What is environment? Environment is the surrounding or condition in which a person, animal or plant live. Food change. A food change shows us how each living thing gets its food. Animal eat plants and some eat other animal. A food chain always start with animal life and to a food chain shows us how each living thing gets its food. A food chain always start with an animal life and a plant life and ends to an animal life. Deforestation is the international removal of trees and forest for other uses. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Yurafar. I am from grade 4. Today my topic is effect of changing in environment for food chain. First of all, I will tell you our environment. The environment surrounding in which person, animal and plants live. Now I will tell you about food chain. A food chain shows how living things gets their food. Now that's their food. A food chain starts with plants and ends with animals. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. Now I will tell you about effects of changing in environment for food chain. What is the effects of changing in environment food chain? And changing in environment affect our food chain also. Now I will tell you about hunting. How hunting impact. If we hunt too many animals of a certain level, there will be less food available for animals that they eat them. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ibrahim Ahmed and I am from grade 4. Today the topic of my presentation is fact of changes in environment on food chain. What environment? Environment is the surrounding in which an animal, plant, human live, etc. A food chain shows how an animal gets its food. A food chain always starts with a plant and ends on an animal. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. Deforestation. Deforestation is the international removal of trees to build other structures like roads, houses, buildings, and etc.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Siwaju Bakir and I am from grade 4. Today my topic is effect of changes in environment on food chain. Food chain. What is a food chain? Food chain starts with plant's life and ends with an animal's life. Some animals eat other plants and some eat other animals. There are many effects of pollution in food chain, like eating up the toxins. When the bigger animals eat small animals, they also get chemicals in their body.
Good morning and assalamu alaikum. My name is Anas and I am from grade 4. Today my presentation topic is effect of changing in environment and food chain. I want to tell you about shows how each animal gets its food. Some animal eat plants and some animal eat other animal. Food chain always start with plant life, and ends at animal life. Now I want to tell you about industrial waste. Industrial waste mean leftover of or leftover stuff and factories and businesses product when waste. Making the things like bit bit of material, plastic pieces, chemicals, and dirty water. Now I want to tell you about populated water. Factories release waste into rivers. It can harm fishes and aquatic animals. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Mustajar Ahmed from grade 4. Today my speech topic is effect of changes in environment on food chain. Environment. An environment is our surrounding or condition in which a living thing operates. Abiotic components contain non-living things such as rocks, mountains, soil, and stones. Biotic components contain living things such as humans, insects, birds, and plants. A food chain. Food chain shows us how each living thing gets its food. A food chain always starts with a plant's life and ends with an animal's. Deforestation. Deforestation is the intentional removal of trees and forests to make wood uses for other things. Deforestation has many effects on the food chain. Animals that rely on the trees for living and for food, they lose their primary source of food and living. Homeless animals. Animals that rely on for shelter and nesting, if we make the trees cut, then they will have no more place to live or save. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Usman. I am from grade 4. Today my presentation topic is effect of changes in environment on food chain. A food chain show how each living things eat food. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat on and animals. A food chain always start with the plant's life and ends on an animal's. Changes in environment can affect on food chain. Also, pollution. The presence of a chemical which is harmful or toxic can cause pollution. There are many effects of pollution. There are many effects on food chain. For example, harmful chemicals. When harmful chemicals enter the water or soil can.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Rahman and I am from grade 4. Today my speech topic is effect of changes in an environment on food chain. Food chain. A food chain shows how each living thing gets its food. Some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. Deforestation. Deforestation is the intentional removal of trees and forests to make way for other uses.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abu Jana. I am from grade 4. Today the topic of my presentation is effect change in environment of food chain. A food chain shows
A food chain shows how animals gets its food. A food chain always starts with plants life and end over animal. Then I will tell you about hunting. If we hunt too many animals, there will be less food available for animals eat them. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yahya and I am from grade 4. Today my presentation topic is effect of changes in environment on food chain. Shows how living things some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals. Deforestation. Deforestation is the international removal of trees and forests. Forests to make way for other uses.